Okay, we're going to learn to find the zeros of a polynomial function. So where is that? That's a great question. Where are the zeros of a polynomial function? Well, they're going to occur values that will make this answer here 0. To find all the zeros, the first thing you're going to do is set it equal to 0. And then we have to do what we call the factoring. Remember? Factoring, and first thing we look at is for something that is what? Common. What is common to all three of those? And you can see there was an x that's common. If I take one x out, it gives me x squared, because x cubed divided by x is x squared. X squared divided by x, or is a negative x. And negative 2x divided by x is a minus 2. Now I have to factor that second part. Factors of 2, remember, are 2 and 1. That is a minus, so I'm going to subtract them. I get 1. It does make the middle term. So I have an x with the 2. Remember, I used to make the parentheses. And x with the 1. The 2 always has to match the middle. The middle's negative, so 2 is negative. And the only way I can get a negative number is if one is negative and one is positive when I multiply it. So those are the factors. Now, I just factored it. So to find the 0, set each one of those equal to 0. Like x equals 0, x minus 2 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. And then to solve it, well, basically right here, wouldn't I add 2 to each side? Wouldn't I subtract 1? Hence the term inside liars. X minus 2 gave an answer of x equals 2. X plus 1 gave the answer of x equals negative 1. So those would be the points 0, 0, 2, 0, and negative 1, 0. Those would be the points that would show up on that particular thing. That's how I would do that. I'm finding it. I would basically factor and solve for 0 after I set this equal to 0. All right? And as you can see here, let's look at a graph. This would be the graph of this equation. Notice the dot negative 1, 0. We have the point 2, 0 right there, and 0, 0, the color coordinated. And this would be a maximum, a relative maximum, and a relative minimum. We don't necessarily know how high those go. We can kind of find them sometimes. And we did, if you look at your paper, put it in the calculator, you'd find these values to be those right there, which are the values sometimes that we're looking for when we deal with functions of this particular nature. And we just did that by doing the second calculate feature of your button. That's how you find the zeros of a function.